Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're at Ellough Park for round 4 of the Club100 Cadet Super Lightweight Championship, and you might have just heard just a bit that my engine didn't really start, and that you can see I'm holding down the acceleration, and you can see how slowly I get away, and that might just be because of a slightly cold engine, which does mean it's a brand new kart, doesn't have the same acceleration. And anyway, I've had 2 sessions before this. This is my qualifying, and here we're just behind Corey Chapman, and he points us through, but I didn't really see it, and I managed to do another lawn mowing session. But anyway, out for qualifying, I could feel instantly that this kart was not performing as it should, because it's brand new, the engine's cold. And here we have a kart which I don't know who this is, but another driver, and I'm just struggling to keep up with them on the straights. Through the corners, gain quite a lot. There they go a bit wide, and I would normally gain a lot, and then they just start pulling away, which just shows that my kart isn't the greatest. I get alongside here, I'm trying to get a switch back. I get a switch back, but even with the slipstream I just still can't keep up. I did know this at the time, and I was very annoyed about it, and it was putting me off for the whole session, knowing that I was quite a bit off the pace. And this is the end of the qualifying session. We're going to come into the pit. I know what's happened. I know what I'm going to do. Here I'm pretty annoyed as I'm taking off the camera, but it's going to qualify me P13 in the B final, so that is my worst performance of the year. But another thing which is interesting about this track is the banked NASCAR-like banking, which used for the formation lap. But anyway, we're going to get underway for 11 minutes of racing at Ellough Park in the B final. But anyway, let's see what we can do here. We're on the inside, so we managed to get a few positions on the start, and we just have to hug the inside line so nobody gets up, so nobody nips up our inside, because that normally happens. And you'll see later on in this video when I was on the outside and it didn't quite work out. But anyway, stick around for that. We're going to get pushed wide a bit, and that's Zach Mumba, who goes around the tyre barrier. Can do much there. Normally you might get an advantage by track limits, penalty or something, but because it's lap 1, he couldn't really do much. We managed to get up the inside of someone. That's another position made. And from here we just have to keep a consistent pace, not crash, and make some positions. And now we're going to go up the inside, try and get this move done, and we're going to be side by side, and this isn't going to be good because we're on the outside this time, and someone's going to get up our inside here. They're going to send it, but round here we're going to try and get to the outside, but we're going to get forced wide again, and this time we lose even more positions. But not to worry, we have a whole race ahead of us. Although we've lost this, now it's 2 positions. Still not to worry, but we just have to keep a consistent pace. Someone's gone all over the place, like almost into the tyre barrier there, so they're going to be a bit slow through this part of the track. And as we get loaded from behind, we're going to lose almost another 2 positions, as now we're down into 12th at the end of this lap. So not the best, but we can fight back from it. And into this corner again, we get loaded from behind, someone bumps us, and we get past again. So now we have to get our head down, make some overtakes, because otherwise we're not going to go anywhere. Someone sends it up our inside, we're going to get a lovely switch back, but it's just not really going to work. And now if you check on the outside footage, you can just see on my onboard that I get smashed wide, and that on the external, someone spun round. Someone decided to send one up the inside, thinking it was a Forza lobby, and it didn't really work out, and we kind of get shoved wide. But luckily, because of our very good pace, we managed to catch back up to the pack, to the main pack, and now we're chasing back over some top positions. We get a lovely exit out of this corner. We're going to be side by side, but we're not really going to get enough of an overlap, so we're going to back out of that overtake. We'll have more chances later, so let's see what we can do. Around here, one driver goes wide. I'm going to nip up the inside, try and get both of them at the same time, but it doesn't really work out, because I did kind of bump him forwards a bit, but we get another move done. So now let's move on, try and get up the field as quickly as possible. These races are they're not that short, but they're not that long. They're 11 minutes long, and you get around 13 laps or so at this track. But here we get an absolute rocket ship exit and send it down the inside of this, well, strange hairpin at the bottom of the track. It was a lovely bomb move up the inside, and now here the driver goes a bit wide, and we're going to nip up the inside of the, well, technically second to last corner, but it's kind of the final corner, and we get another position done. So we've made up a lot of positions, considering that we've also made positions from people going wide, entering the shadow realm and tyre barriers. But now we've caught up back to Zach. We're right on his tail. You can see the slipstream, it's very powerful through here. And we're going to try one of these. We're going to do it again up the inside of this hairpin and give him enough space, but we still get the position done, and we're up the inside. So far we've made some pretty good moves, and we're all the way up into 7th place, I think, or 6th place. So we've gone from 12th to 6th, and now it will be the final lap. If you look at that board, the digi flag, and you can see how big the gap is to the people in 5th, 4th and 3rd. But you might be able to see that in 2 corners, in the span of 2 corners, we managed to catch up, and now we're literally right on their tail. So when people are fighting, you gain so much time, and you can just see how that is put in play here. We get a good exit out this corner. That's what we need. They're really battling out, really going for it on the final lap. You want to get as many positions done here. If you want to get an overtake down, it has to be now. So I'm thinking, I don't really want to overtake anyone. I'm in 6th, that's a good position. Final lap, I don't want it to get too scrappy. But then up here, a gap opens up. I'm just going to send it. But if you don't see from behind, someone behind me sends up the inside as well. So it's all been pretty scrappy. And you can see on the external, we're all going side by side. And wow, what a finish that is. We managed to finish in 6th position. And Zach was on my inside, you can see. And we managed to beat him just literally by a few tenths. Or actually hundredths, to be honest. But now as we line up for the grid, lights go green, and we're underway for the B final. We're going to hope to get promoted in this race. But this time, we're starting on the outside. And let's just say I don't get the best start, so I lose a position here. Someone on my inside, and now there's actually like the whole grid is now on my inside, and I'm going to get forced wide, and I'm going to lose like 6 positions, and now I'm down to 8th from 4th to 8th, so 4 positions lost. In one corner, I guess. But behind us, you can see on that external, it's absolute chaos. So luckily we've gotten away from that, and we haven't been caught in it because everyone was everywhere. People were going off the track. People were facing the wrong way, perpendicular to the track. So we're lucky not to be in that. But anyway, we have to defend off from behind because it's you can just easily send up the inside here, and very well shown by Jacob, who just sends it up the inside there around the technically final corner. But anyway, you can also already see that on the blue digi flag. On the digi flag there's someone blue, which means someone got a penalty. And now we're going to get up the inside as Jacob gets forced wide. Now into the double right hander, we're going to try and nip up the inside because they went a bit wide, and we almost hit the tyre barrier there on the exit. And now into this hairpin, trying to get a late apex, kind of miss it, but it's fine. We haven't lost a lot of time, and Jacob's right on our tail, so he can't afford to make any big mistakes. And through here, very good braking point, but now we're going to skip a bit later on when there's a lot of squabbling ahead. People are going side by side. This time we do hit that apex, but now what is going on ahead? So this driver just like slams the door fully, and which is fair, but it's a bit dirty. So to do that excessively, Jacob's up our inside now, so we're gonna have to fend him off. We do that nicely, but to do that all the way to the edge of the track, almost hitting them onto the grass, is a bit much. So don't really want to see that again. But yeah, it's not going to be the only time we see that. But anyway, as we go down the front straight, we're going to try and close up the gap to these drivers ahead, because there's a lot of squabbling. People are going side by side everywhere, and they've kind of pulled a little bit of a gap. But now someone hits that curb, which kind of is a bit bouncy, not very flat, and now we've caught back up to them, and we're going to be side by side. I almost get pushed off the track, which I do. Now Zach gets pushed almost into the barrier. That's not good. And now just witness this.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So, okay, so the same guy that pushed him almost off the track now has spun him out like it's a Forza lobby, so don't really understand what's going on, but it's not good what's going on. Anyway, we get a really good exit out the final corner, and we're almost up the inside. We're going to look, but it's not going to work, so we're going to have to try again later. But this driver gets a really good exit, and it's up the inside of Lewis Taylor. I think that is, yeah, it is. But then he hits the curb, but just though I said it's not very flat, and he kind of spins out. Not very good. It's unlucky because that curb will unsettle the kart a lot. And now we're right behind. You can see us three on the external. We pulled a gap from the people behind. I assume they got caught up by the person who spun out. But we need to, because we're battling up for second, this is for the promotion spot, so I need to get this position. I'm in the trophy position, so if I stay here, I'll be fine. I'll get a trophy, which is literally what I want. But I'd rather get promoted and get second, because to be honest, we're not going to get first, because yeah, James is miles away. I'm not going to get him. But here, Lewis defends. We're going to try and hug it around the outside. Not going to work. I'm going to fake it to the right, go to the left. He's going to defend, but he's still going to keep his. He's not going to fully defend, so he's still going to get a good exit. Into here, he defends fully, and we get a really late apex and manage to get the run of the dreams. We get a really good run out the corner, and we're up into second place. But this squabbling has allowed, the rest of the pack to catch up, so not good. Now I just need to pull away, but you can see on the external, they're going all sorts of sideways and wide, so I've already pulled like half a second gap, and which is really good. So if I keep up pace and they keep battling, then I'll manage to pull away, but all these drivers are very quick, so it won't be easy. And now you can see that they're all defending behind on the external, and I didn't, which is good. But now later on, if you just witness this, so we have the person in the blue helmet, Esco, just gets a rocket ship exit and somehow gets up the inside of me, and because I'm on the outside, like on the start, Zach gets through as well. So I don't understand what happened, but he just got two positions in one corner, and I'm not going to just say he has a very powerful kart there, and I know this because in the end, spoiler alert, he does finish second, and then Jude Puddifer in the A final is second, so he used that kart, and he managed to get a 52.0 lap time, which is like 6/10 quicker than anyone else in that final, so that car is probably the quickest in the fleet. And then he got, in this race, he got a 52.3, which is just rapid. I think it was the second quickest time of the day. But anyway, it's going to be the final lap now. Any moves that I can make has to happen now. You can see that Esco he's pulled away completely, absolutely gone. I think he's almost caught up to James Vout now, so he's absolutely flying there. Just pure skill. It could just be pure skill, and it most likely is a lot of skill there. And now we're gonna have to try and make a move here. We're gonna get a good exit out this corner, right on the back of him. We're gonna try and get a launch like we did before in the pre-final. We get up the inside, but no, he manages to hold it. Well done, good playing there. He manages to hold it around the outside of that corner, which is pretty hard to do sometimes. But this time we don't manage to get past him, and we have to settle for 4th in the B final. So we don't get promoted, we don't get a trophy, but that's just tough. We managed to do this. We've managed to get 4th we started 4th and we finished 4th. So I think we were the only person in the B final to do that. But now we have the reverse camera, which I saw Jacob Underhill use, so I took inspiration from that. And we're going to use it as some clips. Here's the results from the pre-B final. You can see we're 6th and gained 7 positions. And then here is the sheet for the B final, where we finished 4th, and you can see there's like a line with a 0. That means we started where we finished, which is it's pretty unlucky. It's not unlucky, but pretty rare. It doesn't normally happen. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed racing this weekend. It was lovely fun, so see you next time.